to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying these reactions to season 11 as much as I have. This is titled Naming Day. Ty tries to keep a promise. Amy works on something special for Lindy's naming ceremony. Georgie gets an offer from Val, and Tim receives big news. A lot going on in this episode. Now, the naming ceremony is adding a brick or naming a brick that's on that fireplace, right? I believe that's what the naming ceremony, because I'm like, what the hell's a naming ceremony? Because we don't do that, at least my family didn't. So that's what I'm guessing that is referring to, is naming one of the bricks for Lindy and making a ceremony about it. I did like how in season 10, I think it was, even after Lou and Peter signed the divorce papers, Peter was still given a brick because he is still family, you know? And that was basically them acknowledging that, yes, he is part of the family, even if they're no longer together. And of course, Ty got one on their wedding day. So that was nice too, him officially being part of the family. Although he, of course, called himself part of the family in season 7, you know, when Amy had her accident and was temporarily blind, and Lou was talking about this should be a family decision, and he says, I am family, you know, and they acknowledged it. They said, I know, because, you know, he was engaged when he was at the hospital, and they were saying, you know, who are you with family? He said, I'm the fiance. They're like, okay. You know, and I'm thinking, I'm glad to see that they acknowledge that, like in hospitals and stuff, that they acknowledge. I mean, if he had just said like boyfriend or girlfriend, they might not have. But the fiance is like, okay, you know, they're engaged to be married. So yes, they're going to count that as family. Obviously, you know, if it was a wife, a daughter, the grandfather or whatnot, you know, the family members, of course, can see her. So, you know, Lindy obviously is going to get her own brick as well. And it says Ty tries to keep a promise, which we'll see what that's about. But this is obviously going to be the season finale to season 11. I do know that starting with season 12, the seasons get a bit shorter. I've mentioned that before. And I have mixed feelings about that. A part of me is kind of happy because it means I'll get through the seasons a little faster. But I'm also a bit sad about that because, you know, I really do enjoy this story. And so by getting through it faster means I'll be getting done a little faster. In a way I don't want it to end. So season 12, from what I saw, has 11 episodes. And 13 through 15 each have 10 apiece. Now, season 16 has 15 episodes. And at the time of recording, there is rumors of season 17 already, which I'm sure if they do get a season 17, they will probably start filming fairly soon for it to go up in the fall. But I think that'd be great to have a season 17, you know, for someone like me who's getting caught up. And the funny thing is, like, even when I look like on the Heartland Instagram page or YouTube page or something, obviously what they're showing is the modern stuff from like season 16. And of course, then I feel weird because I'm not caught up. I do sometimes wish that they would show stuff from seasons past, like maybe show a clip from when Ty proposed to Amy or from the first season or whatnot, just for those of us who maybe aren't quite there. It seems like in chat groups or Instagram or whatever, they always seem to assume that everyone who's following them is completely caught up with the show. Instead of, and it's not just this one, it's like anything. I remember being in a Destiel group for Supernatural and, you know, asking people like, you know, please tell me there's more Destiel moments. I'm on like season 10 or something. And people, you know, were like, oh my gosh, yes, there's going to be, you know, and they were very nice letting someone know that there's someone obviously who's now at the point of catching up. But some people catch the shows later, especially if it's on like a streaming service like me. We have a lot of people who obviously watch this live in Canada. And then a few years later, now that we have streaming services, other people can enjoy it. People here in America, people in England, people in Japan, whatever. You can now enjoy these shows. They've kind of been given a new life on streaming services. So of course not everyone's going to be caught up. So I sometimes wish that YouTube, Instagram, Facebook groups, whatever, would acknowledge that for people who maybe aren't all the way caught up on Heartland, here's a clip from season 1 or something. Because while I'm here filming season 11, at least at this time, someone else is just starting season 1. Someone else is just starting season 8. Someone else is getting ready to watch the season 16 finale. So we're all at these different stages now due to streaming services. And I think that those people who are farther behind should also be acknowledged, in addition to those of us who are caught up or getting caught up. Anyways, that's my little rant right there. Let's get started. Yeah, she's running a Spartan. Snow's melted. Maybe not completely. There's still some snow there. Good boy, Spartan. Oh, she's not happy.
You guys are amazing.
There's only so many times that horse is going to forgive you. Again, teenagers, everything is drama with them. They never see the bigger picture. So you're getting really sensitive about stuff regarding Lisa. First you were upset about her temporarily taking over your bedroom, and now you're getting upset about this. It's like, he needs to become a little bit of a diva or a bitch or something. I'm not exactly too happy about that. I don't know if maybe she feels like too much is changing or what, but it's also change is inevitable. And you gotta roll with the punches. He hasn't done it in a while, but he can do it. Good boy, Spartan.
Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on. Hey.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Or Spartan.
Wendy's gonna be excited just to see you run around in circles playing with a horse.
I remember Mom being this strong, fearless horsewoman.
Why don't you be your own strong, fearless horsewoman?
And I want to be that to Lindy.
Instead of trying
You
to
already are.
imitate your mother. I guess it would take a little bit to be MRI.
Yeah. Yeah.
So running in Phoenix, is that a long-term decision?
Cut. You gonna abandon Phoenix again?
Don't make any hasty decisions.
Jack, am I an idiot
Yeah?
for not picking Flynn?
No.
The people on that website, they trash Phoenix and they call him a cow pony. And I know that's not true, but...
So they're doing that one of two ways. Obviously, he either got bad news and that explains the melancholy music, or they're doing that to fool us. He got the word that the tumor is gone, everything is okay, but they were still kind of doing the melancholy music for you to think, oh shit, he got bad news, but he actually got good news. So fingers crossed on the good news. I mean, no matter what, wasn't that the net or was it chance?
What's going on?
Glad he finally gave him a name. Told you. Good news.
The shadow.
It could happen. It could have been that there was a shadow and whatever it was cleared up. But I have a feeling it had something to do with the faith that he had from being there in Mongolia and carrying that medallion, which he has not made any reference to lately. So it'll be interesting to see if he ever brings that back up.
I believe it brought us together.
Made you stronger?
Here today to celebrate the family.
Thanks, Jack. Okay, lady. You ready?
What if she chooses a stone that's already been picked?
This is mine.
This is Dad.
So, someone who has been a part of our family for a long time.
Well, Amy finally got over it and accepted it.
Well,
Hey, can Spark get in on that? He's like, I'm just gonna eat. So it looks like the next season, Ty and Amy are gonna have some parenting issues, but it's understandable. You know, parents aren't always gonna see eye to eye. I do like that Peter was in it. I noticed when they were outside, she was standing more by Mitch and Peter was kind of alone. But then earlier she was standing more by Peter because, you know, he kind of hugged her and stuff. I don't know. I know it's not going to happen, but I still root for them because, as I've said, there are couples who get divorced and get back together and get remarried. And I could see them going that route on a show like this. Like, they're divorced, she maybe starts something with Mitch, but then realizes that, yeah, she does still love Peter and that Peter still loves her. Or even if they don't, and I mean, I'm not just talking about TV, about couples getting divorced and remarried. It does happen on TV, but it does happen in real life too. But not even just couples getting divorced, you know. A lot of times on TV, couples break up, they get back together. Amy and Ty are a prime example. They basically kind of, I love this show, you know. It has just been such a joy to watch and to become a part of. And so with each season that gets done, a part of me is sad because it's like, I don't have that joy to share it. I've already shared it. You know, it's like when you're watching a show for the first time, you have no idea what's going to happen. And so it's new and fresh and exciting. And then obviously once you've watched it, it's no longer new or fresh or exciting. Even if you still rewatch a show, regardless of what it is, you know, and you can watch it several times, but it's still not as fresh or exciting as that very first time. You know? Season 11 in the books. Thank you so much for joining me for this reaction. I know that season 12 will be shorter, and so will 13 through 15. I am both happy and sad about that. One reason why I'm happy about that is because we've kind of been conditioned over the last few years to shorter seasons with shows. That's partially due to streaming services, you know, Netflix, Hulu, producing like 8 or 10 episodes in a season. So, you know, I am a bit happy about that it's not going to take as long. But then I am also sad because, you know, seasons 2 through 11 all were 18 episodes. I know season 1 was like 13 episodes. But seasons 2 through 11, 18 episodes. And so I got into like a rhythm and a routine. You know, I'd film in 3 weeks or I'd film in 2 weeks, all because I had this rhythm. And now, of course, with season 12, I'm going to have to find a new rhythm. And I will. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you so would. I would appreciate it. Shout out to my editor. Her link is in the description. Second link in the description is to buy me a coffee. If you can, please support me. Even just $5 helps, and I will give you a shout out in a future video. But I understand the money is tight. I hope you all have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, whatever it is, you know, that this will air. I hope that life is treating all of you well. I am now through season 11. I've got, 4 seasons left to go. I believe if you're a Heartland fan, aren't you a Hearty? I'm glad to be a Hearty, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the seasons are going to go. Unfortunately, I know that each season that I get done, we do get closer to Ty's death. I don't know exactly when it happens, but I do know that Ty's death is approaching. And I'm going to have to deal with the fallout from that. But I also know that there's going to be new adventures, and hopefully Georgie gets back with Wyatt, or Dylan makes a move. Hopefully, still keeping that hope, hopefully Lou and Peter get back together. But if not, I'm sure she will move forward with Mitch. There's so much more story to be told, and I am happy to be able to continue to view it and be a part of the Heartland family and be a fellow Hardy. So I will see you for season 12. Bye.